The GDP data, upside surprise after upside surprise through much of this morning. Let's get to Mike McKee for more. Hey, Mike.
Hey, John, I think the numbers, at least from the jobless claims, are what sort of grabs everyone's attention today. 186,000 down from 192,000. But GDP is what people were waiting for in terms of the overall numbers, and it comes in better than expected at 2.9%. The price index, which I don't have up there, but people will be looking at 3.5%. The question there is, what's the December contribution? We get that tomorrow, so we'll be looking for that. The initial jobless claims numbers I gave you, durable goods orders 5.6%, ex-transportation 0.1%. That was a lot of this number was Boeing, and I had it backwards earlier because I thought it was Boeing having a bad quarter. Boeing actually had a very good quarter. Non-defense aircraft up 115%. Capital goods, though, down 0.2%. That's business spending. And let's go to GDP. Here's what we saw in terms of contributions to GDP. Consumers still very strong, up 2.1%, and that added 1.4% to GDP growth. Business spending, though, 0.1% to growth. Businesses really dropped off here in the fourth quarter, and that may be a sign of nervousness about what's going to happen. Government spending was up, but not as much as people thought. Defense spending not as high as thought, replacing stuff that we sent to Ukraine. Trade was 0.6 contributor, stronger, and inventories went up. There was a thought that inventories might have fallen. So you can see the impact over the past year in terms of what contributed. Now, GDP, the trend has been reasonably strong here. We saw a couple of bad quarters in 2022 that were largely driven by trade and inventories. Now that those are out of the way, we are seeing growth. For the year, the GDP was up by 2.1%. And after those two bad quarters, you'd think things would continue to be bad, but instead a rebound. So the question is, what happens going forward in 2023? The forecasts are not strong, John, but maybe we'll be surprised as we have been with claims.